Evening, folks. Welcome back to the channel. Pardon any sync issues. Getting everything set up on the side. And I do have a YouTube chat room and the Twitch chat room opened up. I just need to get them on my screen so I can see everybody. All right, pretty close. Wow, that was actually perfect. Okay, great. Yeah, wow, something else went right. So, what is up to Patrick and John Bolts, Arden, Wally World? Glad you guys made it. How are you doing on a probably not Saturday, Thursday? Close enough. Yeah, it was just I had the heat down. I just turned it on before I went live, and then like it was like instant flop sweat, even though it's probably like not even 75 in here, just barely. So I'll get through it. Dandy, what's up? Glad you made it. Oh, Pickled Gamer, glad you're here. I kind of wanted to wear the thinnest possible clothes I could since I ended up, as much as I was worried about people going out into the weather yesterday, it turned out that I had to go out into the weather because I had a doctor's appointment and had to go to the store and all that. So there it was, negative 20 Celsius. I'm like in my car, like haven't taken anything off. It took a solid 5 minutes for like the defroster to do anything to the front windows. It was like 20 minutes of me just sitting. It took so long. It was so cold. I cannot remember the last time I've been in that much cold. Just the temperature. I didn't even spend a lot of time out in the weather because, well, I had a doctor's appointment and then I was going to stay in, and I was certainly worried about possibly, catching a cold, sore throat, that kind of a thing. For today, since we found out on um, Monday, it must have been Monday. We found out Monday that Frank was off today, and he'll also be off the following Monday. So I really didn't want to have to suffer with the cold in front of you guys. I haven't had a cold since 2018 in the summertime, but it's I got in, I drank like 2 big ass cups of orange juice. Probably ate a little bit more than I should have. Uh all that, I was under the covers and all that stuff too. Drank some water, so I just put I wanted to put myself to sleep, but then I just passed out like normal. But I got some pretty good sleep. So the only real difference, like slight sore throat, but not enough to stop anything from happening. So it's all good. What's up, Lisa Gray? Glad you made it. Tammy says John just got a neat weather station delivered, so he's opening and playing with that right now. Like a whole ass weather station is just outside in the backyard. That's cool. Pickled Gamer, high 70s today. You son of a bitch. it got better. It got better. As cold as it was yesterday morning, it got all the way up to negative 10 Celsius. So, heat wave. And then today it's probably like a negative 5 or 6 or something like that. So, let's see here. Arden, I stayed home all day yesterday. Got out today, though. That's great. Oh, Moon Bunny, glad you made it. Driving and lurking. Yep. Oh, Michelle, glad you made it. I have my first cold in a few years right now, too. Oh, that sucks. What happened was I had blown out my back at work. It was summertime. It was like the end of July 2018. And then I got a cold on top of that. And then on top of that, even, it was something called tax-free weekend. And that's just when all the assholes go out and shop. So I couldn't stand there at work with my blown out back and a cold, get off of work just to stand in line for 3 hours to buy cold medicine. So it was bad. But it's been since then I have not had a cold. So I've had other things go wrong, but not that. But right off the bat, oh, Biswolfer, glad you made it. So Frank does have a premiere that's going to go up at 8 p.m. So right about 55 minutes from now. It is just a premiere. That's what we saw last night when he had that J6 dude who just got out, a Taylor. It's that interview. That's what that is. Frank is not going live. It's just a premiere. It's the interview we saw yesterday. It was a good one, so I'm glad he's got it separate to go up on his channel. Oh, J5000, glad you made it. Said Pickled Gamer didn't tell me you were streaming, and I just finished making him brownies. Oh, dude, brownies, fuck yeah. Yeah, anytime Frank is not on, then I am, and then I always do a Saturday show. The only time that gets interrupted is if Frank, way ahead of time, has a Saturday show planned, or he might just go live when I'm live, and then I end things. But I'm live at least one day every week, as of right now. Tammy Bolts, love that. When all the assholes go out and shop, it's for people who are too scared to shoplift. It's honestly the only time I've heard it's good is say if you go to buy a car, they can't charge you tax on it, but I'm really not in the position to buy a car every year. Uh that's just what that, because it's one thing to just, it would be one thing if it's a day when there was no taxes and people went out and shop, but that's not it. People go out and shop and they have an attitude about it. It's like, don't get an attitude with me because you are not paying tax on this stuff when you're too much of a coward to shoplift. And I'm not encouraging people to shoplift. I'm not saying that. Don't do that. Don't steal from the stores. But some people do, and so tax every time they shop, it's tax free. I knew some shady people growing up. I'll just say that. I'm not a shoplifter. I'm too nervous, so that's not me. John Volts, we get wind out here that is obnoxious, and I want to put a number to the perception. I know that's right. I'm the same way. Dandy, that was a great interview because Frank mentioned it happened. I was thinking of that guy. Other people were thinking of that guy. And like within 5 minutes, and Frank is like, oh yeah, and so when he was on the show, it's like that guy, we were just talking about him. Oh, Nightcock, glad you made it. Anything in those brownies, or are they just virgin brownies? Oh, J5000, I've been sick for weeks with the sinus infection flu thing. 2 rounds of antibiotics and steroids, and it's still lingering. That cold's being an asshole. Yeah, Pickled Gamer, yeah. Instructions unclear, yeah. He's walking out of the store with like arms full of stuff, like, no, the girl on YouTube says it's okay. Oh, but yeah, let me make sure all of the notification sounds are up just in case something happens, and then I will make sure the phone is on, since I do have a call-in number now. It's in the show's description, the 419-359-8869. Zero sugar flourless brownies, J5000 said. Okay. That can't be, that can't be too bad. Like sugar-free chocolate is not the worst thing you've ever eaten. It's really not. Carob is. People will give you like a carob chip cookie and lie to your face and tell you it tastes like chocolate chips, and then you have to bite it and eat it and swallow it, not want to punch. I mean, you can want to punch them in the face, but you really can't do it, but they deserve it. Don't lie to people like that. John Volts is saying to J5000, sugar is the fuel for cancer and diabetes. No wonder animals don't like it. Yeah. Wally World J5000, I hope there's at least some chocolate in them. Zero chocolate. You have to look at the box and just eat vanilla brownies. Is that even a thing? Why do I keep making up food that doesn't exist? Arden, do the brownies have honey or artificial sugar? Ooh, chocolate with honey. I've got chocolate and honey. That sounds like stoner food. That's a great idea, to just bite into some chocolate, honey. Yep, that's the plan. Lisa Gray, on top of the continued weird weather, we are having a flood warning. This day is ridiculous. God damn, just have all of the weather. Have a volcano next. Have a tornado. Pickle Gamer, Nikki is not impressed with the brownies. I mean, they might be good. Because again, as long as it's, it can even be sugar-free chocolate, it's okay. Uh, um, how do you make brownies without flour? I'm not a cook, so I just follow the instructions on the back. So it's just it's like eggs in the packet of powder, and you mix it up, and maybe there's oil involved. It's been I haven't made brownies in a long time. Aren't you? Animals don't eat fake sugar for sure. Yeah, that's right. Oh, Patrick, cool. Wally, we actually won a game away 2-3 in Germany. Nice. J5000 says they're good, and Pickle Gamer says they're all right. So they can't be too bad. Oh, Francois, glad you made it. Oh, sweet. J5000 said it's butter, chocolate chips, 3 eggs, monk fruit, and cocoa. Cool. Lisa Gray, shh. Nikki, I live near is it Mount Redoubt of volcano? Oh yeah, you guys got everything up in oh yeah, Alaska. Sorry, no volcanoes. Mount Redoubt. Yeah, I doubt that thing's gonna be quiet. You know what? Like just be cool. Volcano. Everything doesn't need to happen in January. Spread it out. There's May and other months similar to that. It's okay. Notifications up, phones up. All right. I would pickle gamer. Yeah, Nikki is still not impressed. I'd actually have to like eat one to know. So like right now I'm about a 5 with it. Like 5 is edible. 5 is not bad. 5 is still a good time. 5 is like a step above just a bowl of plain oatmeal, which that's how I eat oatmeal. I don't put anything in it. I mean, like hot water and a spoon, but that's it. It doesn't have to be fancy. Oh, hell yeah. Tammy Volt's saying we got Frank's coffee and espresso chocolate covered coffee beans this week, and I'm addicted to both now. Dude, hell yeah. I want some of that. I'm going to try the coffee, but I really want those chocolate covered espresso beans. I kind of don't want to order the coffee unless I can get the espresso beans. I didn't know they were back in stock. I thought when they first came out, it was just like a one time thing, but I'm glad they got them back in stock. That's good to know. And Frank hasn't mentioned this, but he did say like around Christmas time there were not, enough mugs because they have to make them all by hand and order them way ahead of time. I don't know if he's like re-upped those, but I know folks are still interested in the mugs. Oh, John Volt's saying monk fruit and stevia are great subs for sugar. NutraSweet and Splenda, not so much. Splenda is a straight up neurotoxin, and I almost died from it in Diet Pepsi. Oh my God. I remember hearing about Splenda being bad, and was it Sweet and Low back in the day, like in the 90s? People were saying it was bad, but then like it was on the news that it was bad, but then you still had people like old folks using it and whatever. Nightcock, I've been using xylitol recently in my coffee. Oh, that's a new one on me. John Volts, the coffee is blonde, so it's not very strong, but smells amazing and tastes great. I like that it's a blonde roast. Blonde roast has more caffeine than a medium or a dark roast. Yeah, Francois say no. What is xylitol? Asking Nightcock. Tammy, yeah, actually, light roast is supposed to be stronger caffeine wise. Now, don't ask me exactly how much stronger, because like regular coffee, it's only got so much area, but only so much caffeine in it before then you're just hitting up espresso. But because I just went into the Starbucks one day and asked just the lady barista, because it's always ladies working there. But anyway, I just asked the lady, I'm like, hey, what kind of, just, regular ass coffee has the most caffeine, without swearing. And she was super nice about it. She knew it right away. It's like, oh, you want to go for the blonde roast because they don't cook it as long, so it's got more caffeine in it. It's like, oh, thank you very much. Tip. Yeah. Now, I've never say, like brewed some light roast, brewed some medium roast, brewed some dark roast, put them on a cup, and like judged what color they were and how like the taste was. And I've never gotten that deep into it. It's coffee. Calm down. Arden said light and medium roast do have more caffeine per ounce. That's why you want to go for like a breakfast blend. That's kind of like code for light roast. Um, Not sponsored, but I get the Maxwell House. And I don't know if you can tell, but it says breakfast blend, and I think it says light or something like that, the one that's highlighted. I can't see that far. Mild, it says mild. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, God, I love the smell of coffee. Oh, that's what I get. That's gonna smell like coffee the rest of the show. I don't feel like walking that far. I gotta keep it close. John Volts, I like my coffee like Joy Reid, black and bitter. Arden breakfast blend. Damn straight. I like my coffee how I like my women. Ground up and in the freezer. See, I say that, then I use that joke in front of I met my cousin once for the first time about 11 years ago. And I used that joke on him. And he liked it, but then he had to get me back with one. He's like, I like my coffee how I like my women. And he's younger than me, so I'm like, how's that? He's like, sent back for not being hot enough. Like, dude, what the hell? J5000, I can't drink coffee anymore, puts me in the hospital. I went years like I would maybe drink coffee once or twice a month, and it was just because I've been watching Dark Shadows, and they are always drinking coffee and eating donuts. Like, I had coffee, but it's like, let me make sure to like not run out because I'm gonna be craving this stuff. So like, I haven't had it for a couple days. I was kind of craving it, but just the maybe a little bit of extra caffeine. So like tomorrow, definitely want to get back on the coffee thing. Tammy Bolt's Frank's coffee is nice and smooth, and I've had it hot and iced already. So needless to say, I'm a fan. Yeah, iced coffee is good in the summertime. John Volts, we were getting the Starbucks trash at Myers. Ever since I got Coof, I can't appreciate coffee anymore like I used to. If you do like Starbucks, buy it directly from a Starbucks store. If you buy Starbucks in Meijer, Walmart, and the like, that is Nestle. I don't know why Nestle owns Starbucks in stores, but that's the way of it. Just so you know where your money's going. Lisa Nikki's ode to coffee. It's French. French press. That's too much work. It's just coffee. Come down. J5000 said, I think Starbucks does something to their coffee. I think it's straight poison. Like, it's that can't be like, I'm sure if you sat and drank a Starbucks coffee every day, by that seventh day, you would be feeling just wrong inside. Are not hot enough is funny. I know, man. I didn't know he was funny. I was like, oh, suddenly this is a competition now. You're a funny guy, huh? All right, funny man. No, it was all good. It was weird because my one I told you how my one cousin had died and he was only 29. So I go to his funeral, and he's a cousin just from, like, we had, I think, like, our grandfathers were brothers. That's how we're related. So anyway, this kid gets up there and he sings like some country song, and he sings it well, and it was so hard to like sit through a performance and not clap afterwards, but that was it. Anyway, so I ended up, shooting the shit with him and like talking to him on Facebook, and then one day he like just came over because he basically we were in the same state, and so he came over and we hung out. And I remember it was nighttime. It was August 10th, 2014. The moon was so big and orange. I've never seen it like that. It was so odd. And I was, because like where I live, it's kind of hard to get to. So I like went outside, flagged him down, came over, hung out for a while, and he left, had a good time. Didn't know he was funny or anything like that. And then the next day, Robin Williams died. That's how I remember that. John Volt's the olden days version of eating Tide Pods. Gotta die of something. Okay, John Foltz said, I took 5 Vivarin pills in high school on a dare and thought I was dying. I think it made me extra sensitive to caffeine. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, you really want to stay under 1,000 milligrams of caffeine a day. I know that is a lot. Personally, that's way too much for me. That's why it's a good number to stay below. Because if you keep doing that on a regular basis, you wake up in heaven. Tammy Volt said, I will drink iced coffee in sub-zero weather. I do not care. Outside eating a bowl of ice cream, like fuck you, this is my favorite. J5000, I never had a problem with coffee until Starbucks came on the scene. Uh, and then I wonder what they got up to. Because when I went to Starbucks, I would get a triple venti mocha, which is just, it's a large mocha, but the triple just means they're adding an extra shot of espresso. So instead of getting 2, you're getting 3. And that was okay. They also do a chai tea latte that's not bad, but the drink that I would get, it was under $5 at the time. This was over 10 years ago, so who knows how much it is now. Yeah, well, let me back up a bit. It was funny on my birthday because folks were talking about Tic Tac, Tic Tac. Yeah, Tic Tacs, the breath mints. No, TikTok, the groomer app, was going to be getting shut down or something like that. And it didn't even make it to midnight. I didn't even make it till midnight that night. And Frank had tweeted something. So I go over there and look, and it was this like a screenshot, like, "Oh, we're sorry, the app is down right now," blah blah blah, all this stuff, and I'm sure people were having meltdowns. So I thought that was hilarious. Like, LOL, it's a nice birthday present for me. Whatever, go to sleep, wake back up. I guess it was less than 24 hours, but I'm glad that they mess with those people because if anybody deserves to be fucked with, it's a TikToker. John Volts, my boss, drinks coffee into the evening before going to bed and says he has no problem going to sleep, not me. See, what I did, I drank a lot of Pepsi as a kid, and I think that's why I need caffeine to just function. That's why it helps with my tinnitus. But see, I could be like sipping on a coffee. I could wake up in the middle of the night, sip on a coffee, and go back to sleep because the tinnitus, with the caffeine gets rid of the noise from the tinnitus. I need quiet so I can sleep. So if I drink the caffeine, it makes it quiet so I can fall asleep. That's how that works. Nikki said, J5000 said, Nikki, did you miss your birthday? Wasn't Monday. It was January 18. It was last Saturday. And we were just all kicking it here. It was a good time. It was the best birthday I ever had. So that was awesome. I just watched the video today. It was so much fun. I noticed the earlier in the day you drink caffeine, the more it like helps you through. You don't want to get to like 5 p.m. and smash an energy drink or a coffee or something like that. Cause like, I mean, it might perk you up, but it might all just run right through you and just make you go to the bathroom more, and then you just fall asleep at the regular time. But then I mean, some people are straight up allergic to caffeine, so they have to drink um, root beer. Root beer does not have caffeine in it. That's my problem with it. If they can find a way to make root beer and put caffeine in it, I will buy some. Nightcock, yeah, I think you're right. He's saying I've had the problem where coffee puts me to sleep sometimes. I think that's when you're just wiped out. Yeah. I'm right awake and ready to go right to sleep. Nothing's in the way. Brush your teeth super fast. Arden, I used to drink coffee at night, had to stop that. All right, and I think the only thing that makes my tinnitus go away is Jack Daniels. I know when I'm drinking, I don't care about the noise because alcohol will make it worse. So I can't just say, like, have a glass of wine or two or a couple of drinks. No, I've got to spend the whole rest of the night drinking, or I've got to eat so much that it gets out of my system. And I don't feel like doing that. And then if I drinking, then I spend the next day hungover. That's basically like having a cold, and absolutely nothing gets done. I was worried about the last concert I went to. Um, I mean, I could have had a drink. I mean, yeah, I was driving, but if you have like a couple of like, well, we went. I went to a concert before. They had draft beer. I had two. I'm walking out. I'm like, I got a headache. My buddy's like, yeah, me too. It's from the draft beer. I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, it'll do that to you. I'm like, you should have screamed that at me when we were ordering them, but whatever. So I didn't get any beer that time, but I has had some smoking out on the balcony, and I thought, oh no, when I smoke, I can't hear. I won't be able to hear the concert. Concert's so loud, it doesn't matter what you're on, you're gonna hear it. So I was gonna say the next concert I go to, but then gets into what I was saying. Anybody who's touring now that I like, they've had a few too many songs that I don't care for. And again, I'm not going to pay to sit in a concert and listen to songs I hate. John Volts said, Nikki, how did you get tinnitus? I blew my ears out over 40 years of loud stereos and concerts. I honestly don't know. I know it started in 2007, and I didn't mention it at all to anybody for 2 years. And it was just this it's not like a high pitch ringing. I can get that if I take aspirin. I get the ringing, but on its own, it's just this whooshing sound in my right ear. I can hear the blood flowing past my ear, and like when I lie down, I can press on the side of my neck to make it stop doing that. Don't really like to make a habit of that because blood flow to the brain is like a thing people need. So it just something that happened. So it was trying to work out how to make it not do that. And if I lie down, if I'm sleepy, if I drink alcohol, smoke on the balcony, sorry, I'm playing with my bra. Um, any kind of downers, Xanax, I get that whooshing sound, but it's caffeine makes it go away. I don't know how I found that out on my own, but I did. I do take these they're called swarms now. They used to be yellow jackets before they took out the ephedra. That's 300 milligrams of caffeine right there. I can pop one of those before my feet hit the ground. And as long as I don't, like drink, smoke, lie down, it won't come back. Uh, there's not a cure for it, so I never went to a doctor for it. I did notice the first time when I got my weight below 100, it got not as intense. So that's another reason to have my weight down to help out with the tinnitus. But it's just something that just started up one day. Like I didn't listen to like something too loud or hit my head or poke my eardrum or have like an illness for a long time and then developed it. Nothing like that. Um, it just started one day, and I would not go more than 7 days without the caffeine I need to exist, because that noise will make you crazy. If I did not have the pills I need to take, I would not make it 8 days. I promise you that. But I always make sure to have enough of them, and it's cheaper to buy them through like Amazon than going to gas stations and whatnot. So every so often, when I do have to order something through Amazon, I'll make sure to order another like 100 of them. So I've always got at least 2 years worth ahead. So I keep that covered because I need it to live. So it just happened one day to make life less fun. That's why I can't read anymore. I used to be an avid book reader, and it's too hard to hold a story in your head when you get that whooshing sound. So it's just something that takes more of the joy out of life. John Falls. My dad couldn't hear crickets anymore because he was too macho to wear earplugs in the steel factory he worked in. Dude, I worked in a factory for 8 years. You need them fucking earplugs. Ugh. My last job was making it worse because I was on the phone all day. And then you have people with, say, like birds chirping in the background or the TV on. Or, you know how some people don't replace the battery in their smoke detector. I don't listen to that, but after a few years, it makes it so bad that I could not listen to the intro for Dark Shadows. If you know that music and you know whatever recording equipment was like in the 60s, it does come across kind of sharp, and that was too rough on my ears. I can listen to it now. I couldn't listen to it a year ago. I could not, pardon me. Sorry for applying product. Oh, I know. That's probably just the notification for Frank's going to be going, premiering that thing. Yeah, that's just the notification for the premiere. Okay, that's all it is. Oh, yeah, John Volts, I remember him asking about couples. Yeah, yeah, Wally World and Arden are married, and then J5000 and Pickled Gamer. So there are couples around. John Bolt said, I recently learned about musicians' earplugs. I want a pair. They just turn down the volume on the world, but don't affect the frequency spectrum response. They cost $200 and need audio audiologist audiologist audiologist. I know English. Oh, you got to go to a doctor for them. Oh, damn, Art's got tinnitus too. Yeah, I didn't, mine just started one day. I was overweight. Maybe that had something to do with it. I just, again, nothing happened. Just and then somebody mentioned you don't want to be like pressing on the vagus nerve, the whatever the one in your neck. Yeah, I know that can't be good, so I try not to do it a lot. It's better to just pressing on your yeah, vagus nerve does help. Yeah, it's just whatever the I'd like to learn anatomy to know what I'm actually pressing on. Wally World said I played drums in my younger days, so my ears are shut. At least that's what I tell Arden when I can't hear her. I have heard that folks can't hear like higher tones as they age, so that's why like you got the husband saying what to the wife, he just can't hear her voice. It's just up too high. Pickled Gamer said, "Oh, I hear people smoke detectors beeping when playing Call of Duty." Yeah, do you call him a ninja? I will slap you with a 9-volt battery. Forgot what that is. Yeah, J5000. Yeah, three couples. Yeah, one, two, three. Yeah, three. Cool. No, no rain. It was let me. I don't want to plug this in yet. It's just been like cold and a little bit windy. We really haven't had anything fall out of the sky. John Fultz, I wonder if the AI devs look at what they are doing and get scared. No, because they don't have souls. John Volts said, basketball Americans are allergic to smoke detectors. Working ones, anyway. Then the TV's on, and somebody's shouting in the back room, and the front door is open, and you hear a fire truck going by, and there's an argument going down the street, and the kids are yelling, and it just somebody else's phone rings. Pardon me. Nuts. Yeah, Monday before, way before 7 p.m., Frank went live. And I was like actually in the Tubi app. It was playing a commercial. Phone goes off. It was about 10:30, 10:45, and Frank was live doing one of his coffee chats on YouTube. I was like, well, do I carry on with what I was already doing, or do I go over to Quite Frankly? It's like, well, if it's on Tubi, then it will be on Tubi in half an hour when Frank's done going live. And you really don't want to miss when Frank goes live because it's fun. You never know what's going to happen. You don't know who's going to be there. Oh, Michael, glad you made it. Everybody smash the like button if you haven't already. So I'm like, well, it's cool, Tubi. I'll be right back. Let me go see what Frank's up to. So Frank was live, just shooting the shit. What happened was he was wearing. You've seen him wear this shirt before. It's like a black and white shirt, and it's like a mushroom cloud, but instead of like the cloud being a cloud, it looks like a brain. But whenever we see Frank on the show, he's always, turned to, the side because that's where his camera is. But when he's at home, he's got his phone right in front of him. He's got all this headspace, and we can see his shirt straight on. So I've never seen the shirt straight on before, but what I found out is like just the way that brain cloud is shaped on his chest, it makes his tits look huge. Like, dude, seriously looked like he was like a D cup. So I got to make boob jokes for a while, so that was great. It's like go back and watch it. Like, don't tell me that man doesn't look like he went up a cup size. Huge knockers, man. So that was fun for me. It's always a good time when you get to sexually harass the host. And he did mention that how the TikTok ban was less than 24 hours, and how he had tried to upload stuff on there, but every time he puts up a clip, it's flagged for like everything he puts up there gets flagged for some kind of reason for being inappropriate. So I said that the content that he's putting on TikTok is just too tame because he's not, it's not makeup tutorials. He's not telling anybody to cut off body parts. It doesn't vibe with like the theme of the app, so that's why he keeps getting in trouble. His videos there just keep getting in trouble, so that's why it's not doing well. And again, that's a sign. Don't be on there. John Volt's saying we don't have any smoke detectors because we live in a ranch and we could climb out of the window if shit hits the fan. Yeah, just don't need all that noise. I mean, we have smoke detectors that are mandatory, but it isn't mandatory for me to keep the battery in it. If I'm supposed to die in my sleep, then I will. I don't think I will. Michael, dump them out, bros. Francois, I'm allergic to any mandatory things. Like mandatory fun. Oh, John Volt said Frank's spotless playlist on Spotify is awesome. He has a lot of good music on there. I hate him because he's so smart and has great taste. I like Frank's taste in music. It reminds me of the stuff that I was into like late 90s, early 2000s, like really like finding myself online, like finding new songs and new music I'd never heard before. It's the stuff that Frank is into just all of the time. So when he plays some of his songs, like in my head, I'm just like going back to like early internet days and things like that. Yeah, Frank does have it's on Spotify. It's 400 songs. It's stuff that he plays on the show regularly. So if you do like a song or a piece of music that he plays on the show, check him out on Spotify for that playlist and then get the fuck out of there. God, I hate Spotify. J5000 said, Pickled Gamer and I met through a mutual friend 17.5 years ago. After we married, I realized we met once when we were 19, and he worked at a coffee shop that I frequented. Are you guys both the same age? And then Tammy Volts is saying about John Volts. We met when I was in college almost 30 years ago, and he hasn't been able to get rid of me since. Francois, yeah, it's quite frankly on Spotify, the playlist. Yes. I'm trying to think if I have it saved. Pardon any. Oh, actually, let me check the battery. Um. Oh, let's see. No, that's not it. Is it? It is. Oh, I didn't save it. Where did Frank? Let me see if I've got it on my phone. Because Frank shared it. When did he share that? Like, he had a link to the actual page. You know what? If it's not here, I can look one other place. Because I swear I saved it because I hate Spotify so much. I just wanted to save the one link so I could, share it with other folks. That way I don't have to actually go there. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. I might have it. Hmm. Okay, I might have it. Let's see. No. Bookmarks. I did not save it. Okay, yeah, well, I don't know anything about navigating on Spotify. Just look for, quite frankly, or quite frankly TV, or sometimes he's quite frankly live. Pretty sure he just uses those three. But yeah, go. Like same Avatar, you can find him there. He's got it's a few playlists. One of them is where you can probably find it is in the forum. Maybe. I've got a link for the forum. That's not it. Forum. Here we go. But what it was, he was talking about his winter playlists. There might be a summer playlist there. One of them, it's the biggest one. It's literally 400 songs. John Volts. Every time I hear Spotify, I think of women's periods. I'm spotting. I wish it. I wish it would just trickle like that. Why can't? No, that's it's just getting yeah. John Volts. Winter makes me drink my liver into submission. Pickled Gamer, J5 robbed the cradle. Yeah, J5000 said a Pickled Gamer is 1.5 months younger. Oh my god. Do you have to notify the neighbors anytime you move that you no 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 no. Tammy said we lived in the same apartment complex, so one college party night and almost 30 years later, here we are. That might be it. Francois said I only get, quite frankly, podcasts when I do a search. Hmm. Let me, pardon any lag. Let me go to the forum and see. Maybe not. No. Okay, the only other place it could be is Maybe he shared it in Discord. When would that have been? Okay, okay, okay. Here, getting closer, getting closer, getting closer. I'm finding it. I'm finding it. Go there. Go there. Okay, okay, okay. No, leave me alone. Quite frankly, yes. Okay. Open the app. Fuck you. Copy. All right, getting somewhere. Yeah, Frank shared this in Discord. You can get to his Discord. He has the link for that in the description of any of his shows, and the link does work now. Okay, so this should just be everything that he has on Spotify. So it's don't ask again. Leave me alone. It's just quite frankly 6 public playlists, no avatar. Yeah, I mean I'm not signed in. Maybe it's just not showing me. But then it says like quite frankly summer mix. The very bottom one is called the quite frankly mixtape. I believe that's the one. Yeah, it's got 1,461 songs. So yeah, this is like that's Life by Frank Sinatra. He's played that before. Other songs that you may recognize. Oh hell yeah, it's got Careless Whisper. Meme song. Yeah, that's Frank's Spotify. John Volche, ask a Zoomer what a CD is. Tammy Volts, I'm a cougar, lol. Nice. John Volts, I carried tons of CDs all over the planet when I was in the Navy. Kind of miss the audio quality. I know you can probably like the those books of CDs that we like carried around. They had like the handle on the spine. Remember how those felt when they were heavy? Oh yeah, that's right. Arden saying Wally World is 2 months younger. He gets to brag for 2 months every year. Michael, holy shit, have you ever had a strawberry shake from Whataburger? I've never been to a Whataburger. I don't know if they have them around here, but strawberry milkshakes are banging. Pickled Gamer sounds like tons of cradle robbers in the bank. Wait, now, Tammy, are you older than John? Because if that's the case, had to find out. You can only put like a factory made CD in one of those, like books with the sleeve. Because if you like burn a CD and stick it in there, then one day you go to play it and it just skips. That's sad. Pardon. Find that out the hard way. Who tweeted? Oh, Frank tweeted a video. Um, it just looks like the floor. I mean, it's a video. I'm not gonna hit play. I'm trying to guess where it is based on the floor. It must be the green room. It must be. Final answer. Tammy, yeah, 6.5 years older. Oh, that's okay. Lisa Gray, still can't get over how Frank is Peter Green's doppelganger. Is that the guy you told me about who's in the band? Because if so, he looked like the photo that came up of that guy. Like dude's got like he's just his looking to the side. He's got this look in his eye. Like just Google the man. I didn't know who it was. Just Google it, and it'll come up. I don't know who these. It's what was it? Peter Green. Yeah, just like just Google the guy and then like go to images and it's like a photo and like dude's turned to the side. He's got this look in his eye, like curly hair, like that looks almost like if Frank were to put on like a '70s stash and a wig, he would look like this dude. It's so uncanny. And wait, when's his birthday? Uh, Scorpio. Wonder how that happened. John Volts, the wife destroyed my tool collection. Scratches all over them. Not Tool. Everybody likes some Tool. Sober? Like the video? Oh yeah, Lisa said you have to listen to my favorite song with from them. Oh well. I believe I do have that saved because you mentioned it and I looked it up that night. John Volts Maynard was on Rick Beto recently. I super chatted Frank that night. Oh hell yeah, Tammy Volts. Tool is the one show I wish we could have seen. I'm happy we got to see Nine Inch Nails and Rammstein though. Sweet. Francois, the wife unit. Yeah, it's heat on. Okay. All these sounds and temperatures. It's very odd. But yeah, so Frank did his thing. He was live. We all had a good time. It was about a half an hour. And then he was gonna, watch the inauguration on its own. I think he was gonna broadcast it on, quite frankly, TV. But he was not gonna be live for it. He wanted to watch it. Pardon me. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I got shit to do today anyway. It was a holiday. So I'm like, cool, this is done. Let me get back over to Tubi, get on with that, get on with my day. Wait, what? I go over there and I go to like the My Stuff section. Oh, we're sorry, we're having a technical difficulty. This is down. Go over to search bar. Oh, no, I'm sorry, we're having a technical difficulty. This is down. It's like, seriously? I was just here. Just here. What is your problem? So it's like, you know what? Maybe the app on the TV is just being a bitch because it's a holiday. Like, why, like to just give me a hard time on a holiday? That's the fastest way to get on my bad side. So, whatever. Let me go to like the app on my phone. Go to My Stuff. It still says that. My stuff is on a break, not broken. Well, I tweeted out what it said. It's still broken on here. Have I used it since then? How am I gonna watch Boondock Saints anyway? Getting ahead of myself. That didn't work. I don't think scenes worked. It still says it's broken. Still cannot search on the TV app or on the app on my phone. I wonder if it does work on the TV. So on the TV, it just said it was just that it was down. But then I go to the app and it says that it's down for the inauguration. You are a streaming app. You show people TV shows, you show people movies 24/7. That's all you do. You don't shut down parts of it because one thing is going on one TV show. Full stop. You don't do that. So I'll be checking out Pluto TV. I mean, I'll use them both, but I'll be checking out Pluto TV. I'm gonna check right now. I want to see if Tubi even works. No, I'm that pissed off. Because if it doesn't work, I think it should. I just don't remember if I've been there since then. Sorry, it's making noise. Lisa Gray says Peter Green went crazy after too much drug indulgence back then. He was so talented. Okay. Got the TV covered up. Let's see. My stuff. My stuff is on a break, not broken. Scheduled maintenance ends at Eat My Dick, 12:20 a.m. tomorrow. I know the kids section works. The search work? No, search doesn't work. Home doesn't. Home does work. Okay. Categories? Categories works, but how do I find Dark Shadows there? I can't go to My Stuff. Hopefully it gets fixed because we have something to do on Saturday that I need this junky fucking app for. If not, I already started looking on Pluto, and I do know that I noticed that Pluto, it doesn't have like Dark Shadows the beginning, but it's got like 210 and on. And then it also has some of the Dark Shadows movies that I do not have. I gotta cover this up. The light behind me reflects on the TV. All right. Well, the light behind the camera. I always refer to, like, I say behind me as if I am the camera, but okay. So yeah, Arnie, I gotta watch the Boondock Saints. You better get it together. Or I'm gonna have to look on Tubi. We'll figure out. We'll get it done. It just, maybe they are gonna get it fixed. And since I'm not gonna watch it until the day before to help me remember, which is tomorrow. Very disappointed in them. I cannot believe. What are they doing? Did a bunch of people quit? There's no sense. I've been using this thing for a year, a little bit over a year. That's when I got Heavy to Dark Shadows was a year ago, like probably December, definitely January. So that it just makes no sense. Jenna, glad you're here. And Michael, yeah, Frank isn't live tonight. He does have something premiering at 8 o'clock. That's his interview he did yesterday with Taylor, who the J6 guy who just got out. But he had to finish. He was like getting some furniture because he's redoing the green room, and that was why he had to take tonight off. And then he will also be off on Monday. J5 saying music and concerts have been a big part of our lives. Pickled Gamer and I have seen a lot of bands and been backstage for a bunch of shows. Boondock Saints has always been a favorite of mine. I might have the script also. Whoa, J5, that's cool as hell. It's an awesome movie. Did I just watch stuff on YouTube? Yeah, they should have it on YouTube, but they don't. John Bolt saying to Michael, yeah, Nikki fills the gaps. Yeah, I'm here. There's always got to be a 7 o'clock show somewhere. So I'm very disappointed with Tubi. Again, that is why I did spend over $400 for the box set of Dark Shadows in case something like this were to happen. There's no, say if there's no Wi-Fi, but I still got to watch my show. I've got that for my fix. So I did plan ahead. Jenna, no, I didn't watch that short video on John Bonet. I do have it saved though. I noticed that. Thank you for that too. I gotta check that out. Michael, I'm gonna eat myself into a carb coma and watch something stupid. I'm tired, homies. You need some coffee. Jenna, I think her parents are guilty of covering things up for the church. I think as soon as shit went down, they realized they had to act suspicious AF so people would focus on them and not focus on the bigger picture, which is what was causing the problem. J5 saying, I freaking loved Front 242 and 808 State back in the day, but some of my favorite shows were Juno Reactor, Echo, and the Bunnymen, uh, Groove Armada. Nice. John Volts, I got the entire box set of Peep Show on PAL DVDs from Britain, Channel 4. Dude, cool. Yeah, getting stuff on DVD from the UK of UK shows is definitely a full priced venture. Yeah, so I didn't care for Tubi acting up, and I also didn't care for the fact that it was a Monday and there was absolutely no upload from Gray Still Plays. He always uploads on a Monday ever since about 2 months now. We've been getting Grand Theft Auto videos on Monday now. John Foltz, are we the baddies? Yeah, that show. I gotta see that. Absolutely nothing uploaded all day long, and I was checking super hard. And I'm like, well, fuck, why? Is it because it's a holiday? What's really going on? But then I didn't feel any better as the night went on because I was thinking of Tuesday, and Tuesday there has not been an upload for the last 3 weeks. So I'm like, can't even get the words out. How can this channel not put anything out for 2 days? That's impossible, right? It was there was an upload on Tuesday, so that's when we got our Grand Theft Auto. I just just this whole month. Pickled Gamer, I took J5 to a Groove Armada show. There was a lot of guys kissing each other. Oh, it's like the gay bar. Michael saying, have I watched the Jay Dyer analysis of Eyes Wide Shut? I have not. I've never seen Eyes Wide Shut. John Volt's love is for Nazis. Is that a band or just a statement? Or yeah, finding Boondock Saints on Tubi. Just yeah, that's quite frankly premiering the Taylor James uh, Jonatakis. I believe is how his last name is pronounced. And if I'm wrong, I'm very sorry. Uh, what was I gonna look for? Oh yeah, Boondock Saints. Hold on. Wait, I know how to get to this. Let me go to my own show into the description where I have a link for the Boondock Saints. Okay, well, I'm certainly not going to watch a 2 hour movie on my phone, but it does come up, so it does exist. We'll see. We'll see. They've got tomorrow afternoon. I need to be watching it. They can get their shit together, or I can go off online. Tammy said, my dream actually is to see Jan Bloomquist live in Ibiza. I can dream though, right? Is Eyes Wide Shut really that good, Michael? Because Frank's been talking about it probably, every December for the last 10 years I've been around. And like, I'm fine with Nicole Kidman. I'm fine with her. I like the others. I don't like the chief spokesperson for like the pedo cult. I've never liked Tom Cruise, full stop. The only movie I like him in, the only movie I've seen him that he's good in, is Interview with the Vampire. I've seen A Few Good Men. I like that movie. He's in it. I don't recall. I know that he's in it, but I'm thinking more of like Jack Nicholson than him. I've never. I don't want to fuck that man. I don't think he's any of the attractive stuff. I don't care that he does his own stunts. We can't prove that. Pickled Gamer. Anybody here ever see Gummo? I've seen pictures of the man. Oh, Arden found it. Good. Yeah, good. Well, watch the Boondock Saints. If you can find it tonight, but definitely tomorrow because we're gonna be talking about it on Saturday. Even if I have to recall it from memory from 10 years ago. No, I'm sure it'll be up. I'm sure it'll be up. Is Eyes Wide Shut on like Tubi or YouTube or Pluto TV? John Folt's Eyes Wide Shut is evil shit. That's yeah. Oh, Nightcock saying sorry, I had to step away. I like the Jay Widener deep dive into the Kubrick films. Nifty. Oh, Lisa, no, I haven't. She's asking if I've ever watched Are You Being Served, the 70s British comedy series. I haven't, but I would like to. I've heard about it. Oh, Wally, you can wait about an hour and watch it. Yeah, British comedy's great, J5000. Oh, Pickled Gamer Gummo is a movie. Yeah, it's probably not about the fifth, Marx brother who was not in the films. I think Frank just likes Eyes Wide Shut because Nicole Kidman is like nude from the back. Honestly, that's really the only reason why I'm sure he watches it. But I mean, like, I'll sit down and watch it, like give it, a fair shake. But I'm sure he's just got the like the worn out DVD from like pausing it at the same place. Oh, shit, John Foltz. The Passion of the Christ was the first movie I cried openly in the theater about. I would like to see that. Is that the one that they're doing a sequel of? Oh, Michael, yeah, it's worth seeing. They killed Kubrick over it. Yeah, I forgot that was Kubrick's last film. Oh, yeah. Now, I have watched a ton of reviews of The Shining. Have not seen the film proper. I've seen the parody of it on The Simpsons. I've seen a ton of reviews of it online. I would watch it. I would watch it. Makes if I didn't want to watch it before, like that doesn't spoil it for me. I really want to watch it now, even though I know too much about it. John Volt's Passion is basically a snuff film. It's just a torture porn. Okay, everybody else says Eyes Wide Shut. Needs to be watched. I'll have to let me write it down because I can't look it up on Tubi right now, can I? Eyes. Okay. Shut, not shit. Okay. J5000, the Shining movie has pedo disclosure. It does like have this underlying like dude is like beating his child, not like just for shits and giggles, but like dude just gets like that's just his form of punishment. His kid acts up, he just beats his ass, and it seems like his wife's afraid of him. Like she's afraid to say anything about it. Just from the look of poor Shelley Duvall. That's right. Yeah, Michael, now that you're saying that, I remember that's true. Kubrick was murdered over Eyes Wide Shut, then cut out a huge portion of the film. Yeah, like they edited a lot out of it. I guess the premise of Gummo is Tennessee country degenerates. So, yeah, so Monday was totally weird. And if any of you felt nervous about anything that was going to happen on Monday, please feel dumb about it now because nothing happened. You're fine. You're fine. Everybody had a good time, quite frankly, and everybody was super happy. And a lot of folks watched the inauguration and were drinking champagne and celebrating. And some people were, crying and having big reactions to it. Like go ahead. Just because it's not my thing, don't not have a good time just because it's not my fandom. Apologies. Because I like to see people having a good time, even if I don't know what it's about. So if you guys are happy, then I'm happy. So I'm glad everybody was just over the moon about Monday and having a good time. Even if I wasn't, even if I was worried about my Gray Still Plays video and Tubi, didn't matter because, well, we were, quite frankly, it was about the show and everybody was having a great time and super excited. So I'm glad you guys had a good time on Monday. Lisa's like, yeah, yeah, Ixnay on that flick then, yeah. Is it like Deliverance? I haven't seen Deliverance. I just know about the one scene. Well, one scene in one line, unless that's all the same scene. Somebody said you have to take vitamin D with magnesium for it to be effective. I did not know that. But when we found out all of the like J6 people were going to be pardoned, I started thinking about that Taylor fella. I couldn't think of his name at the time, but I'm like, who was that guy who like Frank interviewed from prison? And but it was only, like it was a short interview. And then somebody else was like, yeah, yeah, that guy. And then about 5 minutes later, Frank is like, oh, so this means that, it actually knew the guy's name, Taylor so and so. That means he could. It's like, that's him. That's him. We're just talking about him. And so Frank just mentioned the guy, so I'm glad we were all on the same page. And then like later that night, like I want to say within an hour of Frank ended the show, Frank tweeted something about like I reached out to somebody or somebody reached out to him saying, dude, just found out he was going to be getting out. And like that's all we really knew at the time. Like we didn't know he was going to be, interviewed the next, day, but that's what we knew then. So that was really good news. I think I was more happy about that than everybody else was about the inauguration because here's a Frankly being freed. So, dude, hell yeah. Pickled Gamer says, Gummo is a good movie for what it is. It's hard to make out if the people in the movie are actors or really living that life. That's how you know it's a good movie if you don't know if they're acting or not. John Bolt says, I take 10,000 IU of D3 and 1 gram of magnesium every day, and I'm a well adjusted citizen of America. Nice. Yeah, BRB, that's okay. We won't do anything to your seat. Yeah, Frank did tweet like right afterwards, like, yeah, yeah, dude's getting out. And then they showed Elon Musk doing this like motion with his hand. Um if you watch that, when he gets to the end, he gets his arm fully extended out and then he puts his hand up. Very 1930s Germany. So that's when I figured out like the X for X. It's not an X, it's a swastika, just missing like the extra bits on the end. Figured it out. That's why it's called X. He just proved me right. Oh, Chloe 70 was in that film. She was hot shit for a while there. I don't know why. Nighthawk Saturn logo. What a letter X is Saturn. Oh, John Bolt says I've been scared by very low blood pressure and pulse rate. Oh, that is scary. Hmm. Can you have low blood pressure if you take a lot of caffeine? Bronson's Antarctic krill oil will cure high blood pressure. Wow, I'm here to say it's amazing. Oh, damn. I never knew there was I heard, I think I heard you can't cure high blood pressure, but Pickled Gamer, yeah, Elon's a hand holder upper. He did this like weird move. It's sort of like, it looked like he's kind of like grabbing at his chest and like trying to like throw something off of his shirt. But when he gets his hand fully extended and up, it's like his hand goes from like this to a full on I was getting a Charlie Chaplin mustache vibes. Like I've seen that before. I've watched so many World War II movies. Prepared me for this. I've got the heat on now. It feels like my lips are drying out. Ugh. I'm not used to doing girly stuff like this. Where did that? Oh, Bronson's. Elon has Asperger's and is a fraud, John Bolt says. He's just a robot. Yeah, John Bolt's a billionaire with a platform now. How was Trump kicked off of Twitter whenever that was, and then like suddenly like they're all buddy buddy now? What's that about? Oh, okay. Nightcock says like yeah, most corporate logos are references to Saturn, the rings especially. The X logo is just a side profile resemblance of Saturn rings. Yeah, that's what he says, but we all know it's a Nazi symbol now. Just put the little extra bits on there and like tip it a little bit, and it's very very Third Reich. Tuesday was the fun show because we show up. I thought everything was fine because okay, Gray uploaded that day. Let's go to Quite Frankly, and then it was 7 o'clock, and then it was 7:01, and then it was 7:02, and then it was 7:05, and it's like he knows he's got something to do, right? So basically it got to be about 10 after, and it didn't feel like 10 minutes. It only felt like 5. I was having a good time just talking, but Frank had mentioned something over on Discord, like, well, here goes nothing, something like that. So we're like, okay, sure, like I'm about to go live, I think is what he said. It's like, okay, he never announces it over in Discord, so it's like, maybe it's because it was a little bit late. But he said that nothing happened, and we're just in the chat room, just waiting. But we were having a good time. We're just kicking it and just speculating on what it could be. And like I knew it was probably just tech issues and just like what the updates Frank's had to do and the tech issues has been having. I assumed it had to do something, with that, just fighting with his computer. And then that sort of sounds like what it was, like something updated, then everything else had to update. Until that happened, he couldn't go live. So it took until about 7:38 before he actually did go live. But in the meantime, we were just kicking it hardcore. About halfway into it, Bill Cooper comes in. All he says, this was all lowercase, no punctuation. He says late and gay. I was like, oh shit, that's got to be the funniest thing all night. But I don't know if this was better. This was just a longer comment. But Kobe Shumway said that Frank got a shout out from Trump and decided that was the pinnacle of his career and quit. I mean, it could be. We didn't know. He hadn't said anything. But Frank did eventually like tweet something about like OBS was fighting him, and it just computer stuff. It's not like he forgot his keys or forgot how to switch on the computer or something like that. It was just tech bullshit. And I'm sure he was fuming, just like pure raging on his end, just so pissed off, but we were fine. It seemed like folks were coming from other platforms like, oh, no show here. Wonder what Frank's up to. But like late question mark. And it's like it was just telling people's tech issues, so it's okay. It was fine when he came back on. I'm sure he was not happy. Pickled gamer, I mean, I don't trust anybody on that level or any politician. Yeah, very smart. John Waltz. Tesla cars are garbage. A coworker has a Model S and her rear suspension collapsed the other day. Karma. I heard I saw somebody on Tumblr talking about how they were like laughing every time they saw a Tesla being driven away on the flatbed or like just being towed because they can't handle the cold. Nighthawk, yeah, he said it was OBS and we're like orbs. So it was like only orbs, like only fans. Or like he was being fucked by orbs is what it was. So it's like oh he was filming for OnlyFans and that ran over, so that's why he didn't start the show on time. Oh, John Foltz said I need to tell Frank how to mitigate Patch Tuesday. You can block Windows updates that break your shit. Wow, yeah, he does need that. Yeah, Pickled Gamer. OBS is a love hate relationship for me. Mostly hate though. Yeah, friggin' updating. Like when he said he put Windows 11 on his stuff, and everybody in the chat room's like, "No, don't do it, Frank." And then somebody mentioned that since Frank was taking time off today to redecorate, gay. Kind of miss a whole show just to decorate. And then he did mention, I don't know exactly when, but he did mention reading. I guess there's a part in Liam Chef's book, The Official Stories. Liam Chef. This came out in 2012. No, I have not read it yet. It's only like 13 bucks over on Amazon. But he was a frankly he did a part. I was there at the show. He came on and told us all about how AIDS is not real. And at first I'm thinking, dude, you are so full of shit. You're just saying something to get on the show. You know, I wasn't saying that. I was just thinking it. But, you know, give him a fair shake. And as this dude went on, he explained himself. And it all made perfect sense. And I guess it's in this book. The house that HIV testing built. I don't know if that's it exactly, but it's about in the middle of this book. That's Liam Scheff. He is one. He had an issue where he did have tinnitus bad, and there was like nothing, absolutely nothing he could do for it, and it did sort of make him crazy. Not crazy insane, but like crazy to continue to live with it. And he did end up unaliving himself. Maybe there were other things going on, but it was just pure torture for him. So he's with the lava lamps. Oh, Dennis said, did you check out J6 Taylor's wife's website? He has a ton of kids, small litter. Because he did mention on the show that like his daughter and two sons or two daughters and a son. So like at least three kids right there. So it's like, all right, that's a handful. I didn't know he had that many kids. That's terrible to have your dad away for so long. Nightcock, yeah, I remember hearing about Liam when I first started watching Frank. Yeah, I wish I could remember exactly when he was, when he finished. But he was there in the, like the early days, like the UStream days. It seems like whenever we lose somebody to unaliving themselves, it's never just like like they're there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday they're gone. It's like they're around for a while, then they're like not around for a while, and then suddenly we get bad news. So like that's the problem. When you stop going to Quite Frankly, things get worse. If you keep going to the show, you can hold on longer. John Volts, we need to make sure nothing like J6 ever happens again. Right. All I remember is before that, people oh man, they're having this thing in DC. I'm gonna go. Oh man, they're having this thing in DC. I'm not gonna go because it sounds like a trap. And then I knew Frank was not gonna go because he's not dumb as hell. And then people in the chat room were like, "Oh, Frank, are you gonna go to DC?" And he's like, "No, why would I go to DC?" So no one should have. There was nothing going on there. There was no reason to be there. So there's, I mean, like, yeah, nobody should have gotten locked up for it, but nobody should have been there in the first place. John Volts, the Zoomers on TikTok seem to be waking up. Wow. Yeah, if they get off a TikTok, then stop cutting off body parts, they'll be fine. So anytime the government's like holding a big special thing, don't go. With that in mind, they have they're planning something for the 250th anniversary of the United States next year. That seems like it's going to be kind of J6y to me. I wouldn't go, but then again, I know better. So it's not so bad when Frank is not at the show at showtime because we have the chat room, and that's how you know who's a real Frankly, because some people might see that and wait for 10-15 minutes and leave. Not us, man. We're used to being in a chat room for 2 hours at 7 p.m., so where the hell else would we go? And then folks were getting jangly. Some dude's like, I need my fix, man. I need my Frank fix. Getting the shakes. Starting to get the sweats, man. I'm getting the DTs. I think I had to give somebody methadone so they would calm down. John Volts, there's a fun Zoomer I watch on YouTube called Gerbert's Void. What does he, oh, he's a smart young boy, cracks me up. That does he like just talk about like current events type stuff? Oh, what guy? Glad you made it. Keeping Up Appearances is a great British comedy. I'm sure it is. It's so like compared to American comedy where it's like bam joke, bam joke, bam joke. British comedy is more it's like subtly saying things that might have like a double meaning, or it's just it's not. I mean, I'm not saying they don't have like hard hitting jokes, but just like the style of comedy, it's a little bit it's less in your face and a little bit more subdued, maybe more observational. Michael said, for real, you guys got to get a strawberry milkshake. This thing is bonkers. We have a local place that opens up, I want to say March 1st every year. Like, I want to say, like, the owners, like, fly down to Florida and then, like, come back in the summertime. So it's not open now, but I'm pretty sure it is March 1st they open up. And it's, like ice cream milkshakes. And, like, they might do, like, burgers, fries, little, like, fried food, things like that. Like hot dogs. But when they open up and it's not like, bitter ass cold outside, I do like to get in there at least once a year and get a large, like a chocolate frosty milkshake. Because like the prices are, going up. It's not like anything's getting cheaper, but I do try to go there like at least once a year. But strawberry's great too. Might have to do the strawberry or just get both. Mrs. Bucket. No, it's Bouquet, Lisa Gray said. John Volts. He got a live doll and had relations with in a dark hour. Are they dating? Is it like that bodybuilder guy who married his one like a sex doll and then he broke up with her and married a different sex doll? Oh, gross. John Volts saying there's another one called Wubby. He made a hilarious video with a love doll. As long as they're happy together. Nightcock. Damn, now that's two things I need to start making again. Chocolate chip cookies and milkshakes. Damn straight. Oh, Michael said I hadn't had one in ages. It's so good. Yeah, I see. I'd rather go to that local place and get a milkshake versus because you can go to like what McDonald's, Burger King, probably Wendy's anytime and get a milkshake. But it's whatever like pull down the lever, get your cup full of maybe it's ice cream, whatever chemicals those are. You don't even know if that's real ice cream. Like, let me just go to this local place, give my money to and tip them, give them a little tip too. Instead of just going to McDonald's and just getting a cup full of chemicals. And John Volt said he slapped her on the head and called her a heavy bitch. The wubby. Get off of me, woman! You're too heavy. It's like, dude, you're alone with your sex doll. She knows she shouldn't be up there. Crazy. Yeah, milkshakes are great. That's what I did back in again 2 years ago. Again, after Gamer Cat passed away, I had zero appetite, but I was working at the time, and you do have to eat lunch at a place like that. And my stomach had gotten so small, and I had no desire to eat. There was just no way to get around, that. So it just made the job worse. But again, that was the end of January. So beginning of March, the place opened up. I got a milkshake, and this is what always happens when I get a milkshake from there. You eat something first, you drink your milkshake, you get full, digest a little bit, drink some more, feel way too full. But basically, your stomach has just expanded for the whole day, and you feel like shit. But it's so good because it's an ice cream, chocolate milkshake. So knowing that's what I do with them, that's what I did. I got one, I ate something, I drank that milkshake all day, knowing that it would expand my stomach. That way, it could like take more food in, so I could get through my shifts at that fucked up job. John Volt's right. I drink your milkshake. Oh, one to go to. Glad you made it. Holy shit, John Volt's 400 pounds of silicone. Damn. That's a lot of plastic woman. But then Wednesday, Frank did have Taylor on and had a proper interview with the guy that was not on a crummy like burner phone from 2005 so we could hear the man. John Bolts, I've abandoned my son. I abandoned my boy. I love the hat that he wears in that. They had to light him special because he was wearing that hat, and there was only one like it. There was not a stunt hat, so they like just to get the light right on him because there's no way he was going to take it off. They're inside. It's so interesting. It is called There Will Be Blood. Spoilers. There's blood in it, so they deliver. It's not a tease. It's not a joke title. So they deliver. Lisa Gray, I keep some pineapple chunks in the freezer. And when the Grands visit, we make a yummy blender whip with that, coconut cream milk, and some pure vanilla extract. They love it. Whoa. That sounds really good. I can't have coconut, but I would imagine that's good. I know pineapple and coconut go together. John Volt's, that movie was awesome. It was so good. Pickled Gamer, There Will Be Blood is one of my favorite movies, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing we were talking about. We're gonna watch There Will Be Blood and drink milkshakes and talk about it. We gotta work like a watch along somehow. If I don't do it, you can do it, and then we'll all watch it and then drink our milkshakes, and yeah. It is a very like guy movie, so if you're not into like guy movies, I would imagine you wouldn't like it, but uh it doesn't mean it's bad because it doesn't have like women in it. Like maybe there's one girl in there. I really don't remember. It's been a few years. Pickled Gamer, damn straight. Love Gangs in New York too. Oh my god, that I think I saw that in the theater. That movie is so good. I don't care for Cameron Diaz very much at all since she was in The Mask, but she's damn good in that film. I've never seen her do such a good job acting, and it's all got to be like behind the camera, whatever's going on. Great movie, great cast. I like that shot at the end where spoilers. It's I couldn't say exactly where, but like you can see across the way, it's Manhattan, and they basically do like a time lapse of like all the buildings getting bigger for all the years. And the very last shot is back when they had the Twin Towers, because I think this movie came up in like 2002. I like that shot. Sorry if I ruined it for you. Oh, hell yeah, Pickle Gamer. I've been Bill the Butcher for Halloween multiple times. Dude, that is fucking hot. Did you get like the eye? Like, do you have like a contact lens for the eye, or does nobody look that close? Oh, Tammy Bolt said, all I know is frozen Meyer berries with fat-free Chobani yogurt is the shit. Recently discovered this week. That sounds good as fuck. Michael Cameron Diaz agreed. Like, I liked her in The Mask back when she like ate and like, maybe she had like, 5 extra pounds on her. But she just looks too, like, I'm for skinny, but she looks too skinny. Pickled Gamer, yeah, the time lapse. It's all the way at the end. Like, that made me emotional at the end of that whole movie. Like, people getting killed and all this stuff, and it's sad, whatever, I'm fine. But it shows that time lapse at the end. It's like, oh my God. Make me walk out of the movie crying, damn you. Pickled Gamer, I never had the eye, but the rest of the costume was legit. He wore a top hat too, didn't he? Tammy, yeah, it is good as fuck. Oh, what guy? Magnesium, glycinate, or citrate helps to regulate blood pressure and keeps you regular. Oh. Speaking of coffee and being regular, I think that's why people do drink coffee because like caffeine first thing in the morning, it keeps the pipes flowing, keeps everything moving. But yeah, Frank was at the home studio and he was like it's like a lighter gray than this and it's long sleeve. Like go back and watch that. Look how nice Frank looks when you can't see his tattoos. I mean, the shirt could have been tighter, or maybe he was wearing something underneath it, but that's kind of not the point of this. Just no tattoos looks so much nicer. Pickled Gamer, yeah, I showed you my top hat on the stream that one time. Oh, Coke, yeah, remember the top hat? So that's the top hat used for the cosplay. That's awesome. Nifty. And then if you ever want to go as Willy Wonka, you can just get a purple jacket and then just like get the top hat, like just cover it in brown and bam, and you can be Willy Wonka. The Gene Wilder Willy Wonka, of course. So Taylor's on and he's doing his interview and he sounds really excited. Like I'm sure this man's drinking like real coffee and having real food for the first time in, 4 years. So he's just like buzzing about that and he gets to, see his family and sleep in his own bed and who knows what he was watching on YouTube back then. It sounds like he does do a podcast like he used to do one and like the kind of podcast he does when he described it, it kind of sounds like what we do here. We just sort of kick it. I don't know if he talks about current events or anything like that, but I guess he does have his own show. Michael, yeah, Bill wore a top hat, but also a leather skull cap that was pretty wild. Yeah, the skull cap too. Yeah, for the fighting. Francois, many guys have their left arm tattooed. Is this a code? I never quite noticed that. Now I know there is a code like when guys have their ears pierced, like you can have them both pierced. If you just have the right one pierced, it means you're gay. If you just have the left one pierced, it means you're straight. It's been like that at least since the 90s. But the only reason I can think of for people getting tattoos on the left arm versus the right is because more people are right-handed. So maybe they need the right hand free to point at their left arm so they can point at all the tattoos you didn't ask about. If there is some kind of code, I don't know. I'm just logically just if you get like does a left-handed person like does Anthony Benson have his tattoos on his right arm and then Frank has his sleeve because Frank's sleeve is on his left. Where are Anthony's I don't know. I shouldn't know this. But whichever, because I mean, like I know they got tattoos on both arms, so Frank does have all of that shit down the one arm, and eh. Have not seen The Shape of Water, John Bolts. That's the fish fucker movie. Oh, Tammy said, I just saw on X that AEP, the worst power company in Ohio, is requiring all employees to have to go back to work in the office full time, no work from home. That sucks. See, if my job would have done that, I would have quit. Too late. I know I just paid the electric bill today and now they're charging 50 cents to do it. They send you through another company. Cocksuckers. Pickled Gamer said, funny, some guy told me that I look like Bill the Butcher at a bachelor party and I wasn't in costume. Holy shit. I'd take that as a compliment. I want to see him as a Lincoln. Nightcock, if my company required me to go back to work at the office, I would quit. Well, the last job I went to, it was like I got the job because it was work from home. If I to like actually work there, it would have to mean like moving, and I'm not going to move for a job. If I get married, sure, but not for work, because what I do now for work, I can do from anywhere. John Volt's tattoos are the biggest turnoff for me with women. I understand tribal tats. It's like spray painting the Mona Lisa. That's why I don't like any kind of thing aftermarket stuff or bumper stickers on cars. Bumper stickers to me are like tattoos on a person. And I knew a guy who was against tattoos, but he had bumper stickers. I'm like, bumper stickers are just a tattoo for your car. Oh, the O is right. Because you can't, it just, tattoos just cover up, like, because some people wear, like, they have nice bodies, but then they cover them up with tattoos, so you can't see, like the definition and everything they worked on. Or you got the opposite of that, where instead of working out, people will get tattoos. So you just got, like this whole big flat space and a picture on it. How does that help? Like, well, what's better, on Tuesday that sucked on Monday before you got your tattoo? Oh, Nightcock. Yeah, I'm glad we're on the same page. Yeah, if my office forced me to go back to work, I would quit. Lisa, in my small hometown, a new guy came into the local bar. He had a bird piercing on his ear. Of course, one of the homies asked him, "Is that a swallow?" Pickled Gamery, I totally took that as a compliment. I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude, hell yeah, I would take that as a compliment as a girl." Like, you're like Bill the Butcher. Like, fuck yeah. Tammy F, the wind blows the wrong way, we lose power. AEP here. Oh, those lazy bastards. Michael said, don't get a large strawberry milkshake from Whataburger. You'll regret it immediately. Do they even have any of those in Ohio? Damn straight. Went to go to bumper stickers are OG virtue signals. Oh, I can't stand that. John Foltz, I knew a Hawaiian dude who was tatted from head to toe, but it was his tribe. Yeah, that's like a different. Like again, I don't think it's gonna look like attractive on anybody, but like some people, that's their culture to just get covered in tattoos, and that's why I would never fuck anybody from that culture. Not with the lights on. Pickled Gamer, I work from home, but my job is lame. I work from home, but it's not. It's hard to call it work because it's not like an income situation. It's just it's hard to define because work to me sounds like something you don't like doing, but it makes you money. But I don't do that anymore. I just sort of have fun, and that's turned into something. So that's people couldn't live like this generate. generation before this, so it's all brand new territory, and there just aren't words for things we're doing now. So it's odd. It's a good thing. I wouldn't go back to what I was doing, since I would rather spend my time doing things I enjoy. Oh, it's too hot. I've lived long enough. I want to spend some time enjoying myself for once. But the but Taylor's on there and he's talking about I guess a lot of Chinese Americans were very supportive of the J6ers, and I just had a lot of good things to say about folks that were helping him out. And somebody in the chat room, SL, they go, just innocent, middle of the interview, just innocently enough, he goes, "Did he enjoy prison?" Pickled gamer, no, absolutely not. I'd never get tattoos. It would just be one more thing to dislike about my body. Like, let me spend money on something that I'm putting on my body, but I'm not putting it in my body, so it's not getting me high. I wouldn't get tattoos, but if I were the type, I would do myself up like how they do ancient Egyptian pharaohs and statues, where like the cartouches are on the front of the arm, so you can like read them. So I would have like like hieroglyphs down the front, so like whenever I stood straight, you could just like read them down my arm. But I have my own hieroglyphs, so it would look like ancient Egyptian, but you wouldn't be able to read it except for the few letters that are similar. That's what I would do. But having said that, all tattoos are ugly. Every single last one. I don't care how much you spent on it. I don't care what country you got it in. Like, you can tell like there's a difference between like tattoos like from Europe and then versus American tattoos. Like they use white ink, and that does have like an effect, but it's gross. Anybody who gets tattoos looks better without them. It does not help at all. And don't even start like getting them up your neck and on your face and all that stuff. I worked with a girl at the factory. She had random ass tattoos everywhere. It looked like a patch just this big of like cheetah print. And I hate animal print, something fierce. But like it was just stuff like that. And then she was talking about she was from Florida, so she wanted to get like a tattoo of Florida on her face. So basically a dick. And so my friend told me that, who I worked with there. So I said she ought to get a tattoo of clear skin, because while she was busy getting tattoos, she certainly wasn't exfoliating or cleaning or anything, and her face was a wreck. And she was younger than me. So like these people are in like their 20s and they look like that. Want to go to thanks for keeping your skin pure skin. Absolutely. John Volchi, a woman should never get tats. You are all beautiful. Don't deface yourself. It's so. And like, yeah, I mean, I've dated a guy with tattoos. I'm not saying it's a deal breaker, but like, like they're just like he had one on his back. Like, how do you even, you can't see that. How do you even know it's there? How do you know they did a good job? If you do see it, it's going to be in reverse forever. So how does that help? Like, how do I make myself uglier? You can get fat, but I want to be ugly now. Let's go to the tattoo parlor. Quick, 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 go. Pickled gamer, I don't have any either. I've had opportunities, but I could never figure out what I wanted to put on my body for the rest of my life. Like, what do you need to write down that you're going to forget? Your social security number? Your grandmother's maiden name? I saw a tattoo, like the 9 Inch Nails, like the logo, the NIN, and it's got that big box around it. This chick had that tattooed right here. Are you going to forget you like that band? You're just going to wake up one day like, oh, what music do I like? What do I listen to? Who bought all these CDs? And that's the worst. Like anything from the elbow down, you might as well just be holding it up a billboard. Like look at me, look at my tattoo. Ask about it, please, please, please. This is my whole personality. Ask me about it so I have something to talk about. John Volts, I wouldn't have married my wife if she had tats. I wouldn't have married her either. John Volts, tats on dudes don't matter. Yeah, they do matter because of my one, my one boss, who I figured out he was a woman just by his personality. But if I hadn't done that, when he was wearing shorts at work, which is very unprofessional if you're the boss, he had an ankle tattoo. You know who else had an ankle tattoo? My fag best friend. But he knew he was gay. He told everybody you could tell he was gay when he walked into the room. And this air quote straight guy with the family, very big in the church, acts like a woman and has tattoos like a fag. You know, like placement matters. Michael, all my tattoos were done in punk houses in my teens. They don't go away, so still got them. Tammy Bolts, I'm too much of a chicken shit for that. LOL. I'm in enough pain anyway. I don't do needles, like no heroin, no uh um insulin. Pickled Gamer, it's funny when people brand themselves with company names. I work people giving out free advertising. I worked with a girl again at the factory. Now this chick was Mexican, like maybe Mexican American, but darker skinned. And she wasn't anything small, and she had like the monster logo on her arm. Not done. It was a monster logo, but instead of it being green or whatever, like the inside of it, you could see like the stars and bars. Again, this chick was Mexican. She was not from the South. Interesting idea. Interesting idea. Don't get me wrong. Not something you want tattooed on your body forever. It was dumb as hell. Oh, J5000 had a phone call. Yeah, tell them to like not call when quite frankly is usually on. Like you can't do this. Look at your clock. Look at what time it is. Okay, now add 3. You see why I'm mad? Is it weird if I wear a toe ring? I uh you it's California. I guess you can. Which toe? John Valtz Frank is tatted up, and I absolutely love him. It was great when he got that little that area that little triangle area filled in, because now everybody just gives him shit about Illuminati forever. J5000, yeah, PG has a humor where people don't always know he's joking. Yeah, I've got that problem too. Lisa Gray, hubby and I got shit faced on tequila and got matching ones. Feather on his shoulder and mine on my ankle. Older relatives saw mine a few years ago. He has bum eyes. He asked me if it was a mosquito. Now, as much as people just do show off tattoos, this was farther back when I worked at the gas station, like 2002. Older black lady always, came in quiet, just got her stuff, wasn't buying like lottery and alcohol and crazy stuff, just, got her gas, maybe got cigarettes. Anyway, she had on her ankle, it was wrapped up. So I'm thinking, oh my God, what happened? I'm like, what happened to your ankle there? And she's like, do you want to see? And I'm thinking, like, what? She's got a cool scar or something. So I'm like, yeah. Anyway, she showed me she got like just a tattoo of a rose, just like a lady of like 60, 65, something like that, getting her first tattoo. So uh, maybe her husband wasn't around anymore, so there was nobody to care. I don't know, but the way she was just like hiding it. Anybody else gets a tattoo, you can tell it's pink. They just got it. They want to show everybody. Pickled Gamer, I'm kidding, Nikki. I don't wear toe rings. Okay, yeah, I'm like, oh, what do they do in California? John Volts, everyone in the Navy gets tats. I never did. Oh, good. You're like the one guy who's not getting a tattoo in the Navy. When toe rings were like hot, Michael's asking if it's weird if he wears a toe ring. Like, toe rings were hot, like, turn of the century. Are they coming back? I'm not. Oh, beach chaps, glad you made it. I'm not the type who can show off my feet, so that's not like I can't wear sandals, or I've got one leg shorter than the other, so I've gotta wear thanks to a surgeon. So I've got to wear like a lift in my right shoe, And then I got like I put an extra like Dr. Scholl's insert in there to like, make everything even. That's why when I'm standing up, all my weight's on my left leg because it's the correct size. Plus, I blew up my back on the right side, so I can't put any weight on it. Folks with no tattoos are just normal. Pickled Gamer, I have two toe rings on one foot. They are connected by a chain. It's cute. That's giving me like 1999 vibes so bad. If you have nice feet for a guy, I don't know because I know there's association with like what finger you wear a ring on. I don't know what it is for toes or if there is one. Or like it kind of makes me think of the thing where like it's like a ring and a bracelet and they're connected by a chain. Remember when those were hot? Michael, toe rings are gonna be my new shit. John Volts, I'm a rotten alcoholic, so I'm no picture of redemption. I'm still drinking. I'll get to the redemption part when I'm done. And one more drink and then I'll stop. Yeah, so hopefully Tubi gets its shit together before tomorrow. Well, it's supposed to be finished tonight. It should be okay. If not, I'll have a lot to say about Tubi on Saturday. I would not like to do that. And do you know how long I've had that Tubi or not Tubi in my head to use somewhere and have had to hold it back until now? That's the worst part about thinking of something funny and you can't use it right away. You've got to hold on to it for so long or try to find a way to work it into life. And sometimes you can't, so you just got to sit on it. And you don't know if it's good. You don't know if it's like a good joke or something like that, but you can't use it right away. That's the hard part. Oh, goddamn. Pickle Gamer said my toes look like what Bill the Butcher's would have looked like. Oh, God. Michael, I have broken gross feet, man. I'm doing the toe rings and friendship anklets. Well, since back when I could stand on my right leg, I've got a fallen arch on my right foot. But again, I can't keep, weight on it, so it kind of doesn't matter. But my left foot is almost normal. Beach App was recently on Quite Frankly's channel, though. Got confusing as went in live stream, then proceeded to go back, and there wasn't even live. It got kind of confusing. Yeah, Frank premiered the interview he did yesterday with, oh goodness, I don't want to get his name wrong. Taylor, last name. Taylor Jonatakis. Jonatakis. I do apologize if I'm pronouncing his last name incorrectly. But it's the interview he did yesterday with him since he finally got a good phone. And he's out and about now, so that's great. Tammy Bolt, yeah, time for bed, early morning tomorrow. This group is awesome. Oh, thank you. You're awesome. Danny, I've been getting interrupted this evening, but back in time to say goodnight, everyone. Yeah, good night. Have a great night. Yeah, smash the like button if you haven't already. And yeah, Frank does have his Discord opened up. If you go to the description of any of Frank's videos, the description he has for, or the link he has for Discord does work now. It's called the Speakeasy. John Bolt, just one more, and then I'll quit. Lisa Gray, damn it, another tree blew down onto the back driveway. Fucking hell, I have to do this blustery wind. Shit. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, more power to you. Fucking lazy ass trees. Oh, Danny, yeah, good night. Yeah, it's just another day at Quite Frankly tomorrow, regular day. Frank might have, he did mention, I think he said Jay Gulanello and possibly Matt McCat being on. Of course, that's all up in the air. And then we'll do the Saturday thing. We're going to be watching the Boondock Saints. Right now it is still on Tubi. And if you have not seen it, don't read the synopsis for it. Don't look it up online. The cast is a spoiler. Just hit play. Just watch it. It's less than 2 hours. Action movie. Norman Reedus. Very good. And there's a sequel if you like that. Michael, all the bros, and Sweet Nikki, glad to see you tonight. I'm glad to see you too. And maybe you can leave your pants on the. You might want to take your pants with you for Friday and then bring them back on Saturday. J5000, I'm going to review the Boondock Saints on Saturday. So you've got tonight and tomorrow and basically the beginning of Saturday to watch it. So that's going to be the Saturday show. And then Monday, this coming up Monday, the 27th, Frank is going to be off because the city wants to turn the building into apartment buildings. So he's got to go and tell them they're full of shit and to kiss his ass and all that kind of a thing. So no, quite frankly, on Monday. So I'll be here Monday. I'll be here Saturday, doing that in reverse. J5000, I love Norman Reedus before Boondock Saints. Oh, cool. I'm glad you knew about him before then. Yeah, he kind of did. He did, some work around. He's been in, movies, but then, of course, The Walking Dead, and he was basically the lead after Andrew Lincoln told them to fuck off. So he's a very big deal. J5000, poor Frank. Yeah, because he's decorating the studio right now for a building that might be turned into apartments. So he's got to go in there and raise hell. J5000. Yeah, Frank does rent the studio. It's a very large building with each floor has maybe two or three spaces in it. So he's sharing the floor with other businesses, and it's I forget how tall it is. He's maybe on the third floor, and then there's another floor above him. Plus there's the balconies. So it's a whole big, space. Well, right now it's just street parking. So like he said, he's got to drive around the building a bunch of times to find a parking meter, or he's got to park so many blocks away and then run to the studio. Holy shit, Pickled Gamer Norman Reedus used to be a model for J.C. Penney. Oh, dude, I gotta find some old catalogs. Oh my god. He was much blonder back in the day. John Volts, if I'm not in the chat, I'm still watching the stream. Probably playing Fallout 76. Nice. J5000, maybe is it the building owner who wants to convert it into apartments? Because Frank mentioned it. I forget when, maybe on one day when you brought it up, but it's something about City Hall, maybe. I don't know how you go to talk to people like that. I don't even know how you find stuff like that out. It's way over my head. But it is something like that. So maybe the building owners being offered more to turn it into apartments, and you know who they're going to fill those apartments with. But that's not the point. Pyretta lives there. You can't just have him move everything. And B-Chap, yeah, remember Frank was saying something about the studio problems, so he was going to be busy next week. Yeah, so he did mention those 2 days off so far. J5000, Pickled Gamer is full of crap. Norman Reedus modeled for designers, not J.C. Penney. I know his mom, not his mom, sorry, but his son's mom, his baby mama, it was a model. She bears a resemblance to Cameron Diaz. John Volts, I had a buddy in the Navy who used to be a model. Dude was beautiful, and I hung around hoping to get his leftovers. Yep, nothing wrong with that. Michael, not for nothing, but I'm an ex-model as well. Oh, that's hot. Do you have a headshot? Oh, Francois, you have to sleep. Good night. See you soon. Yeah, good night, everybody. Smash the like button before you go. Don't forget your pants. Stay warm. It's still pretty cold outside. And then Frank did tweet out a little video of what he did at the studio. That's on Twitter. J5000, yeah, Norman Reedus had a baby with Linda Evangelista, 90s supermodel. Yep. Yep, you know your stuff. Okay. Yeah, we'll always support all of your favorite content creators. Always like the videos. Make sure you are subscribed with all notifications on. And share the videos if you think your followers would dig it. Uh, Check out the Boondock Saints on Tubi. Tubi is usually available 24/7. It is a free app. You can watch it on your phone, your smart TV, and everything in between. J5000 Norman Reedus was in a bad car accident and wrecked his face. He used to be much prettier. Yeah, he broke his orbital socket. I forget exactly when, but it was just that bad. He's fine now. He walked it off, but yeah, he got kind of wrecked up there. Sleep tight, folks. Love you all. Yeah, love you too. Michael, I don't have a headshot, but Brixton of England has photos of me. Nice. J5000, Nikki needs a Tubi sponsorship. I just need Tubi to like work 24/7. Doesn't matter what's going on in other TV shows, just like be up. Because now I got to check out Pluto. I don't like when I go to Pluto because the first thing it does is play animations on my phone. I know there's an app for the TV, that's why I mentioned them. And then Frank is also looking for more stories for the forum for couples. So if you do have a couple story, you can put that on Frank's forum. And he's going to be, that's for Valentine's Day. He's trying to get all those stories for. J5000. Michael, were you in a band? And Michael said, Punk AF. Jen Volts, I want a sponsorship for a DigiKey. I want a sponsorship for Percocet. Oh, SLC Punk. I saw that a long time ago. I remember I liked it, J5. Oh, God, it's been forever. I do remember I liked it, though. I couldn't tell you one thing about it other than that. I probably watched it like 2000. It's been that long. Oh, yeah, so it's great to see everybody for an extra day. I hope you guys had fun on Monday. Hope it's been a great week so far. Still got some more of it to do. And we get to watch, sort of watch a movie together. We can talk about it together. And then I don't have to do all of my going off on Tubi before I actually review a movie on Tubi. So that's why I'm glad we got today. Plus, when I was folding that up, I had a feeling I was folding it up for no reason. Also, a new record. I got that done. I listened to Come Rain or Come Shine. I was like hanging it up then. So that's like a full song. Like I was listening to I Can't Give You Anything But Love. Like that's when I officially got finished, but I'm not really done until it's all hung up. And so that was for Come Rain or Come Shine, which is the third song on the second CD. So that's a new ironing speed record for me. Nice. Had to mention that. And then my hair went up this good this time too. I'm happy about that. Michael said, J5000, I thought you were a man. J5000 says, you did not. Oh, yeah, Michael said he was a artist and a skater. Nice. J5, look at my profile picture. I'm a beautiful lady. You're like, I'm a girl, damn it. Michael said, I tell PG, I said, what's up? And then Pickled Gamer and Michael, you can write your own couple story and put it on the forum and tell Frank about how you met. That's hot. Man, this was fun. Anything else? I believe that's all for now. So everybody look after yourselves and stay warm. Have some coffee if you're a coffee drinker. Oh, John Bolt says Bubbles the kitty says nighty night to the crowd. Aw, give your kitty cat some pets from us. Pickled Gamer, always a good time, Nikki. Yeah, thank you. It's a great time when you guys show up. I get to see you guys. We get to hang out at 7 p.m. during the week, even if it's not, quite frankly. Michael, yeah, good to hang out with everyone. J5 said a pickle gamer woke me up today to tell me to write our story on Frank's forum, but it's too public for that info. You could just make like a PG version of it, and we won't know you're not. You know, we can't tell it's not true or not. There you go. Good night to everybody. Have some coffee and donuts, or some chocolate chip cookies, or your frozen berries and yogurt, or have a smoke out on the balcony, which is what I'm gonna do. Oh, J5, it's not X-rated. I mean, like, if you have an X-rated version, you can do, like, email that to Frank. That's why it's separate, and then, like, give us the safe version. That way Frank can be like, well, I know a dirtier version of this, but I can't tell you. But you can, like, change the names. Like, okay, I know of this couple. Well, he's named Gamer Pickle, and, yeah, nobody's gonna catch on to that. All right. Yeah, let's do the Frankly thing tomorrow. Then I'll see you guys on Saturday. Until next time.